Yeah, there's nothing like roadside waffles to make my heart happy. Made fresh. Oh yeah. What's up, guys? We're out for an evening stroll on this Saturday evening. And I don't think I've ever been down this little street or alley, whatever it is. Over there is Highway 6. We took a walk up our street, went up to Highway 6. No particular place to go, just going out for a walk. It is starting to sprinkle, so I'm afraid it's going to rain again. But in between the time between the storms is getting less and less as the dry season approaches. Look at all that wire. Wow. So let's see what is down here. On our way back later, I'm going to show you our street and show you in just a short period of time since my last couple videos what has transpired as far as the businesses and how they're all doing with the destructing and reconstructing of their respective businesses. I can tell you this is pretty messy. But I guess that'll make it all worthwhile once they get it done, and it'll look good. Hey, puppy. Thought that was a little alley, but no, somebody's driveway. Oh, I also want to take a minute because there is a lot of false information floating around, and I haven't talked about this before, so I'm going to make it real quick. But if you're in the United States, if you're a U.S. citizen, and you have not applied for your first stimulus check yet, you still have time. Now, some people are saying the cutoff was a long time ago. You're not allowed to get it. That is just a lie. The IRS estimates that there are about 9 million people who haven't even applied to get their stimulus, and they're urging them to do so, to the point where they have extended the deadline, which was October 15th, and now they're going to go into November, I want to say November 21st, if I recall. Hey, buddy. It's okay, buddy. Yeah, so they've extended the deadline. Now, this is for non-filers. Non-filers are people like myself who did not make enough money to require filing taxes for the years 2018 and 2019. I believe that amount is either, if you made less than either $20,000 or $22,000. I think it's $20,000. You make less than that, you didn't have to file. There is a special website you can go to. Just Google non-filer stimulus website. That'll pop up. And that is where you would go to file. It's all pretty straightforward. But they want you to get your money. I don't know if this applies to anybody that watches my channel, but I know I do have the majority of my viewers are from the United States, so I thought I'd mention that, because a lot of people are saying you can't do it, and then a lot of people are saying You have to, if you don't have a bank account, you have to get a one of those prepaid debit cards mailed to you, and neither of those things is true. You can still do it. I applied for mine on July 23rd, and I received it about 6 or 7 weeks later. Now, you do need a checking bank account in the United States to receive it. And of course, I don't have mine anymore. So my friend here, he allowed me to use his U.S. banking account to receive my stimulus check, and that is acceptable. You don't have to have your own. You can use anybody's as long as you have the name on the account, the routing number, and the account number. You don't need any sensitive information. You don't need passwords. You don't need PIN codes. You don't need anything like that. Just the routing number and the account number and the name as it appears on the account. So when my stimulus check came into his account, he just simply had it transferred to his Cambodian bank account and then sent me e-cash payment through ABA Bank. So the people that say, you know, if you don't, you need your own checking account, it has to be in your name, or else you have to wait for a card. That's not true. If you're overseas, obviously, like I am, yes, you can still do it. But remember, the deadline was October 15th. It has now been extended to, I believe, November 21st. And there's 9 million of you, so maybe check on your friends. Ask them, hey, did you happen to apply, or do you think it's too much of a hassle, or what's going on? Make sure you get your money when you can. Okay, it wasn't really much down this road. I do like it though. It does have a lot of trees and things. I always like looking at that. It's always nice. And here we have Jing's Home Cooking. Khmer and Thai fusion. Now we're on. Yeah, now I know where I am. Yeah. She's in her pajamas again, sing live. Yeah. She's like, we're just going for a walk. No reason to get all dressed up. I'll just stay in my PJs all day. Alright, it looks like we're going to come out at the beginning of our street, which is right up ahead. So we'll have to walk past our place to show you the conditions. Really, this is what everybody is talking about on various forums and Facebook groups. It's the talk of the town, this construction going on. Depending on how you look at it, some people are very annoyed, they're very put off by it. Others, like myself, we're just like, it is what it is, and it'll look good in the end. You got to think long term on these things. If you just looked at it the way it is right now, yeah, it looks sloppy and it looks messy, but the only thing I'm really concerned about is that any businesses that are not going to have the money to do this, much less reopen, could just go under. And what with the lack of tourists, and now this added expense, I know it's rough for a lot of these business owners. I just hope they'll be okay. But someone was telling me, one of my subscribers actually left a comment telling me that's kind of like the same way in the Philippines. And people here will tell you the same thing. It's like people bought or built these businesses and buildings and homes. And even though the government owned certain land past where they built or bought the home, they have encroached on it. They just used it because it was there and it wasn't used for anything else. It's been like that for years and years and years. But now the government says we want it back to make improvements. So here we go. The thing I noticed on our way down to Highway 6 was how many buildings have gotten so much done in such a short amount of time. This one here is completely tore down. As you can see, that was a building going all the way up to that rail earlier. Yeah, let me get across the street. I got a mud puddle on the right, and traffic on the left, and I'm kind of stuck here. There we go. Even this building here, this is a very nice building. As you can see, there's the arrow. They're going to have to move back. You're going to have to take all this down and move back a certain way. That's going to be a big job, I think. Some nice thick cement built into there. There's another one completely tore down. Just a couple days ago there was a building there. Now we come to our building. As you can see, they've already got the awning taken down. Right there is our building. And over here on the side, let me show you on the side. I'm not sure if they have to go back, but like I said, they have to go in. But as you can see, they closed off. They left this part of the gate open. They can still close it, of course, at night. But and they closed off this part, which is where we would normally walk out. But that's okay, because there's a bike right there. We can just turn it around and come right up this little ramp, right out into the alley. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so businesses are making strides over here. This is the school next door, and as you can see, they've come a long way too. They got all this taken apart right here. All that is almost completely done, taken apart. Over here they're working on something up there, doing some welding. And I will take you down the rest of the road in a minute. I'll talk to you then. Alright, so let's see some more progress here. As you can see, almost all the businesses were affected by this. I believe this one here is fine, far enough back from the road. This laundromat hasn't done anything, but I'm not sure why. Maybe they're in compliance, I don't know. But these 3 little restaurants over here that are right next to each other, as you can tell, they all had to move back. Take out their awnings, front part of their businesses, which is going to mean their places are a little bit smaller. So they are going to have to do some rearranging, I guess. And Noni, I'm not sure how long they were open, but they are now, this building is now for rent. I don't know how much. I wanted to know how much. I do not know. Not on the sign. Luckily, land like this isn't really affected because the government will just take what's theirs. Somebody can build on the rest, I guess. We got more up here, especially up here near the corner of Highway 6 is really what I want to show you, because they had again right next to each other 2 or 3 different restaurants. We've eaten there before at 2 of them at least. Both really good, really inexpensive. But of course now they are just gone. These are like little outdoor restaurants, I guess you could say. They didn't have a proper building, and they would, you could sit down and they had menus and you could order, but they didn't have like a building to go in and sit. You would sit outside, order your food, they would cook it outside or in the back somewhere. So because they didn't have a building, I'm not sure if they just decided to pack it up and try somewhere else, because as you can see, they're like almost completely gone. This one's still open somewhat. But these ones up here are just gone. Save for a few remnants of their business, like the little stands and carts and everything. Even the gas bottles are empty right there. No gas in there. Everything's just gone and knocked down. Hey buddy. As you can see, there's nothing left. There used to be a restaurant there, one right here, and then a really good seafood place right here, close to the corner, right across from the big Angkor Market, which is right there. So I think because they didn't have a building, they might have just gotten rid of everything and decided to move somewhere else. I don't know if they're going to rebuild or not, but at this point it doesn't really look good. And all that's happened in just a period of a few days. So they are getting things done quickly. But then again, tearing it down is the easy part, right? When you're destructing something, it doesn't matter. Take some hammers, some saws, whatever you got. Just start breaking stuff. That's the fun part. It's easy. Building it back up again, making it look nice, and adapting to working or running your business out of a space that's going to be smaller, sometimes significantly smaller than what you had before. That's going to be the challenging part, and that's where the most of the expense is going to come in, because you have to reopen, restock. And of course, less space means less customers you can have at one time. So that is where it sits. All right, so that's what's going on our streets. Don't forget what I told you. If you're a U.S. citizen living anywhere, and you qualify for non-filers, you haven't done it yet, there's 9 million of you out there. Find them so you can get your money. All right, be sure to check out all my links down below. If you want to help support our work here in Cambodia, It's always very much appreciated. I got a PayPal link down below, buymeacoffee.com, and a Patreon page. When you do so, you'll be on my email list and you'll receive links to exclusive videos. I'll send you copies of my books. You'll often get first look videos so you can see my regular uploads before anyone else. And more goodies to come. I got a lot of good stuff coming up, so be sure to get in on that. All my social media links are down below if you want to hook up with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All that stuff's down there. And other channels that are vlogging in Cambodia. Those links are down below. Some very informative, good information coming out of those as well. So if you want to see other parts of town and what's going on from another perspective, be sure to check those out and subscribe. And once again, I want to thank all my supporters. You guys are awesome. Always have been. Always will be. And I can't thank you enough. All right. That's going to do it for this one. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.